Hey guys, this is EJ Holland with the Wolverine.com, and we're back with another edition of the Michigan Recruiting Report here exclusively on our YouTube channel. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for free, and also subscribe to the Wolverine.com for just $1 for 1 month for even more Michigan recruiting intel. Tonight, we're going to be breaking down 5 key recruits that have visited Michigan this spring. So far, tonight is March 27th, so we're going to be talking about recruits that visited before this date. Obviously, Michigan is set to get plenty of other highly touted prospects on campus after March 27th, but let's focus on guys that have visited so far. And we'll start off with top 100 running back Bo Jackson out of Ohio. So Tony Alford has completely blown up Mike Hart's running back board. He's resetting things. He's going after some of the elite running backs in the country, including Bo Jackson. Now, Jackson's a really intriguing prospect at 6 foot, 204 pounds. He's actually listed as an athlete. I think you can use him in a similar role as Donovan Edwards. He's a guy that you can obviously line up in the backfield, but you can put him in the slot. You can split him out wide. He's just really, really interesting. Ohio State has the lead on the recruiting prediction machine, but that was in large part due to his relationship with Tony Alford. Now that Alford is at Michigan, Jackson has gone on the record and said that Michigan is back in the mix in his recruitment. I still think it's going to be tough to pull him out of Ohio, but I do think Michigan's off to a good start after this visit. And again, the Alford connection definitely helps. So the next running back on the list is on 300, running back Marquise Davis. And, you know, it's crazy. I said the next running back. I meant the next recruit, but he is the next running back. And it's crazy to have 2 running backs on this list because the entire fall, Mike Hart got just 1 top 200 recruit to visit. Tony Alford has gotten 3 top 200 running backs to visit this week alone. Now, we're not going to talk about Jordan Davison because he technically visits a day after I'm recording this video, but we will talk about Marquise Davis. But again, the increase in talent at the running back position interested in Michigan is pretty amazing to watch in such a short time span. And Marquise Davis, I think, is a guy that Michigan can really land and pull out of enemy territory. Ohio State has a 90% chance of landing him according to the on-3 recruiting prediction machine. But much like Bo Jackson, he's a guy that had a really strong relationship with Tony Alford. And I think that Alford relationship is now going a long way at Michigan. The visit on Tuesday, so, you know, he just visited the day before we're recording this. The visit on Tuesday went extremely well. Davis had personal time with Alford. He got to watch him work with the Michigan backs. He got to spend time with head coach Jerome Moore. So I think Michigan's really building some true momentum in this recruitment. I think Michigan probably has a better chance to pull Marquise Davis than they do Bo Jackson. And I absolutely love Marquise Davis. He's a dynamic 2-way player that some schools actually like as a safety linebacker. He can definitely play there, but he's also one of the most dangerous offensive weapons in the nation. He was the Gatorade Player of the Year in the state of Ohio as a junior, beating out Michigan signee Jordan Marshall. So yeah, I mean, he's really dynamic. He would be one hell of a land for Tony Alford. Next on the list is 5-star offensive lineman Andrew Balala out of Kansas. Balala visited this past weekend. And look, Michigan is in the mix with a ton of high-end interior offensive linemen, but they need some tackles. And Balala is that. He's one of the premier tackles in the country, the number 14 overall recruit nationally this cycle. And, you know, when you think 5-star tackle, you think NIL, but you look at his on-3 recruiting prediction machine, and it's more schools that are closer to home, more flyover states. Kansas State, the home state school, has the lead right now. So it's not like it's super scary competition at this point, or at least not the competition you'd expect to see for a 5-star tackle. And on top of that, Balala has great relationships with Sharon Moore and Grant Newsome. And remember, Moore is a native of Kansas. So they have that personal tie going. I think Michigan made a strong impression on him, and I think they'll get him back for a summer official visit. And obviously Michigan, if there's one position where Michigan can really make a sell, it's offensive line. So I think they are true contenders for a 5-star prospect in Balala. Next on the list is another offensive lineman, Avery Gash. out of Michigan. He's an in-state prospect at Birmingham Groves. I mentioned Michigan being in a great spot for plenty of interior offensive linemen. Gash is that 6'4", 270 pounds. Now, while he doesn't offer a ton of tackle flexibility, he's about as good as you're going to get from an interior offensive line standpoint. I think he projects as a multi-year starter. As a guard, Michigan has the heavy lead on the On3 recruiting prediction machine. I have a pick in for the Wolverines. I still feel confident in Michigan's spot there, but he is waiting. He doesn't want to make a decision until the summer. The good news is he's scheduled to get back to campus on April 7th. So he's already visited once this spring and will make a second spring visit on April 7th. And then we expect him to make an official visit in the summer before he decides. And kind of the same thing I mentioned with Balala. I mean, absolutely love Sharon Moore and Grant Newsome. A lot to sell from an offensive line standpoint. His visit this past week even included spending some time with guys on the team, going to class with Blake Frazier. So, yeah, a lot to like about Michigan standing with the in-stater. And last on the list is top 100 safety Jaden Blair out of North Carolina. So I actually had a story up on Jaden Blair over at thewolverine.com. If you haven't read it, I highly suggest it because he gives a ton of good quotes. So Penn State considered the leader on the On3 recruiting prediction machine, but I think this visit made a strong impression on Blair. He's set to come back for an official visit in June as well. He's a towering safety at 6'4", 180 pounds, really lengthy kid, really smart kid as well, really intelligent responses. And from talking to those around the program, they really feel like Blair would be a program fit. He also talked highly of new secondary coach Lamar Morgan. Now, Morgan, coming over from Louisiana Lafayette, wasn't really recruiting out of blue blood, but he has a great personality. He's able to connect with kids. He's on the younger side, and he made a really, really big impact on Blair on this visit. And not only that, Blair also mentioned how impressed he was with Morgan as a coach and how he was working with the defensive backs during practice. Sharon Moore got to spend some quality time with Blair as well. So I think Michigan has really improved its stock with one of the best defensive backs in the entire country. Obviously, Michigan's defense did extremely well last year en route to winning a national title. Blair talked about that and the impact of the secondary. And so, yeah, he's kind of a jumbo safety, but Michigan has done really well recruiting positionless athletes. I think right now Michigan has ascended into that top group with Penn State, Notre Dame, and a few others. So that wraps up 5 key recruits that have visited Michigan so far. We'll do another one of these later on as Michigan continues to get high-end talent on campus under Sharon Moore. So you're going to want to keep it locked in here on our YouTube channel. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel for free for notifications anytime we drop a new video, and also subscribe to thewolverine.com today for $1 for an entire year to get more premium insider information.